We mentioned this in a previous video when discussing Emirates' refusal to take delivery of early-build 777-9 jets, but we thought the scrapping of one airframe deserved its own video. And so it was revealed recently that Boeing had quietly scrapped one of its earliest-built Boeing 777-9 airframes, dismantling a jet that had sat unflown at its Everett facility since 2019. Partially wearing the colours of Emirates, the widebody was intended to join the Middle Eastern carrier, but was instead taken apart due to a lack of economic viability. In other words, required modifications and associated cost wouldn't have been worth it. But let's take a look at what this is all about for today's video. The airframe, known as Whiskey Hotel 007, line number 1611, was the 7th 777-9 ever built and was reportedly disassembled in the late summer of 2025. This took place before its write-off was included as part of $15 billion in charges Boeing had accumulated on the 777X program. The plane maker now faces costly change incorporation reworks on around 40 777X jets it has already built, and some of its customers don't want these early-build airframes at all. The Air Current was one of the first to report the news of the jet's dismantling. The 7th ever Boeing 777-9 built rolled out of the factory in July 2019 and was due to join Emirates under registration Alpha 6 Echo Zulu Tango. At the time, the jet's folding wingtips were painted in Emirates colours, although the remaining structure was not painted over. The aircraft never ended up flying and instead spent around 6 years in storage at Payne Field before its eventual scrapping in 2025. As an early build, Whiskey Hotel 007 was manufactured years ahead of certification to an early configuration standard. Just months after it emerged from the factory floor, plane spotters captured the airframe with its wingtips removed. The 777X program continued to face regulatory holdups, so it ended up remaining on the ground without its engines ever being installed. Boeing has confirmed that the airframe was broken apart, stating that the jet was written off in prior financial results. Although change incorporation, rework of early builds, is normal for any aircraft program, the 777X has undergone more changes than most since its inception. Generally speaking, the older the aircraft, the more work it will require, although Boeing has not revealed how expensive its change incorporation charges will be for its fleet of built 777Xs. Boeing's decision to scrap this 777X may have been influenced by its customer, Emirates. The airline's president, Sir Tim Clark, has previously made clear that the carrier is not interested in taking any inventory 777Xs due to the extensive rework these airframes face. Emirates is the largest customer for the 777X by a considerable distance, holding orders for 270 aircraft, which is roughly half of all passenger 777X orders. At least one other unnamed carrier has also decided against accepting early-build jets. Moving forward, Boeing should probably think more carefully about starting the build process early and perhaps not assemble so many aircraft prior to certification. Yes, this practice means that early customers will get their jets on time while giving workers some warm-up time and experience prior to higher output levels. However, as you can see, it's a high-risk move, since regulators may force design changes to the type. What do you think of all this? Let us know by leaving a comment. And be sure to check out Simple Flying's flight tracker. From live alerts and data on commercial, military and government flights, it goes way beyond your standard tracker. It was built specifically for AvGeeks, free and live. Fingertips. In addition to our daily YouTube videos, Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.